Howdy y'all. I'll show you what I was doing. Went to the hardware store, got some L brackets. But the thing is, the only ones that I can get that were thick enough were also too long. So they're gonna have to be trimmed, but I got them just self-tapped in for right now. I am gonna weld them, but I haven't done that yet. I just got them sitting there, so they're in place where they need to be so I can weld them. Here, I'll flip it around. See, got the one big main bolt in the center, which is a 3/4 bolt, 3/4 inch. And the 2/4 inch steel L brackets there and there. Then I got some more 1/4 inch steel. I'm gonna cut one side off, like right where my finger and thumb is. Then I'll have the other side to like go into that hole. And then I'll weld it on both sides and weld the bottom of this to the base right there. So that's what I'm gonna do on both sides down there. And that should be pretty secure. Right now I'm trying to see how I can get the strut mount. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out, this piece of plastic, and stick it up in here with the caps and see what I can do about getting it drilled, bolted, and mounted. Alright y'all, I'm going to show you where I'm at now. I made a little bit more progress. Alright, I got the bars trimmed, the L brackets, so the welds can be ran there. I got this and that one both on, so they're both being held up now. And for extra reinforcements, I plan on running the weld bead here and along this whole edge right here in the front. And do that on both sides. And I think I'm going to try and reuse the rack and pinion off of the Riata. I was going to try and I was going to order a new one, but it's just too expensive. So I'm going to try and just reuse the one I have and get tabs for it, weld them on, nut and bolt them. So I think I should be able to do that. I still don't have those done in the back, but I plan on doing them here, just not tonight because I'm done for tonight. But I made a lot of progress. And I did not put the springs back in here. If I can, I don't know if I can get away without running them or not. I really don't. But the eventual plan is to get struts that are coilover so I don't need those springs. I just don't know if the struts off of the Riata front end will fit or not in here. If they will, then I'll just reuse those and they'll bolt right up in there where they're supposed to go, and I won't even need these tops. But if not, then I'm gonna run these tops. I'll see what I can do. I don't know. I really don't yet. I'm just figuring it out as I go along. But the front end's all bolted up and in. I just need to get the steering rack in, and we'll go from there. I'm outside getting ready to get the power washer all set up and power wash this rack and pinion so I can get it mounted in that onto that Mustang front end. So here we go. Well, it's a lot better than it was. Ain't perfect by no means, but it doesn't have to be right now. Right now, I just got to get it set in there, figure out where I'm going to make my tabs to mount it to. Well, my MIG torch overheated. So now I gotta wait for the light to go off for it to cool down. It is a bit hot outside, so it's still probably about 90, even though it's in the late afternoon. The sun's going down. Bring my fan over here and put it on it. All right, y'all. I've got about as far as I can until I can get a rack and pinion. I'll go to the roll cage and the rims. So I'm going to flip around and show you this motor. This is that 1971 302. And this is what I'm going to be pulling out of here, cutting down to the bare steel, sandblasting it, power washing it, getting everything painted. The intake's getting changed, the valve covers will be gone. I got new valve covers for it, new headers. So basically all I need out of here is the block for it. So I'm going to start messing with this and start getting this the rest of the way detached from this motorhome and get this engine out. Alright fellas, a couple things. One is I cannot use that rack and pinion because it pulls, the inner tie rods are too short, and I don't think if I got longer tie rods that would have to go to a different vehicle, that they wouldn't fit inside the rack and pinion. So long story short, I got to order one specifically for the Mustang front end, and it's like $100 with a $90 core. So I'll bring the old one in, the old Riata one in, and trade it in. That's the cheapest I could find it, is $100. So we'll be doing that. And also, after looking at the casting numbers on the block, I found out that it's 1968. And the heads are only like a 63cc chamber, which is pretty small, but it will raise my compression ratio. Flat top pistons, I'll have super high compression. I'm just going to use flat top pistons with valve release, and that's it. And then I'm going to port the head, of course, intake, exhaust, all around the valve guides, everything that needs to be done. The 68, I believe it's a pre-EGR, so it will not have the EGR bumps in the head, which helps out a little bit. So that's really going to make a difference there too. That'll help with the flow, especially if I pour out the exhaust, the square bore. They're really small, so I really need to do some porting on that. And the headers, so it'll work out. But I'm hoping to get at least 500 horsepower. You know, that's where I'm trying to hit. That'll be a lot for that light, small car. And I did order the roll cage. Should be in a few days. And I also ordered some rims and tires for it. The rims I'm using the Koenigs, and I got like 6.5, 6.5 inch wides up front, and the backs are going to be like 9 wide. And I just ordered some cheapest tires I could find for right now, eBay specials, you know, but they look pretty decent for the front and rear. And I'll get drag radios later on when I'm actually ready to race it, when I have it tuned and I'm driving it around for a little bit, checking it out, and seeing if I can break it, like I always do. And we will go from there.